The producers and distributors of Tech AV technical training aids welcome you to this program in the Basic Industrial Skills series. This is module number 1, an introduction to using electricity in the workplace. Most of us know that an electrical appliance, such as an electrical power tool, can simply be plugged into a wall socket, switched on and operated. The appliance is now being powered with the force or energy that we know as electricity. Electricity arrives into our factories, workshops, offices and homes through supply lines which are branches of a national grid system. Electrical power enters into a distribution board. From the distribution board, the incoming electricity is split up or distributed to various circuits throughout the building. In this program, we are concerned with those circuits labeled as plugs in the dB. A plug circuit is one that supplies electrical power to user points, such as wall sockets, that are generally positioned around the workplace. The correct terminology for such a user point in this country is a single-phase 220-volt outlet or wall socket. In industry, you will also come across another kind of electrical user point, namely a three-phase socket or outlet. These outlets deliver typically 380 volts. Single-phase user points deliver 220 volts. This voltage rating matches appliances such as power tools that are rated at 220 volts. Three-phase sockets are very different in appearance, so that we cannot accidentally connect 220-volt appliances into them. The application and use of three-phase sockets is a subject for a separate program. In this program, we shall be concerned only with 220-volt circuits. You will notice that a single-phase socket or outlet has 3 connecting holes into which we connect our power tool or appliance by way of a 3-pin plug top. The pin notation or identification on all correctly wired socket outlets is as follows. The large connector, usually the top hole, is the earth connection. The hole to your left is the neutral connection, and the hole to your right is the live connection. We have used the word circuit, so let's briefly explain what this means. A circuit, in electrical terms, is a pathway through which electricity will flow. Electricity, however, will only move or flow if the circuit is complete, that is, unbroken. As soon as a circuit has a break in it, then electricity will stop flowing. The flow of electricity is known as an electric current. We can control electric current in a circuit by introducing switches. A switch is simply a control device that permits a flow of electricity through it when the switch is set to its on or closed position. In its off or open position, a switch will not permit current to flow through it. In a typical 220-volt plug circuit, you will find 3 types of switches. The first switch is found in the dB, and this is a trip switch, or overload protection switch. This switch operates automatically to its open position in the event of a circuit overload. The next switch we come across is a socket switch, or line switch. This switch is manually operated by the user when required. The third switch in the circuit is the operating switch on the appliance or the power tool. The operating switch is the one that is used frequently, as this is where the operator has direct control over the machine. In any circuit, all the switches have to be in their on or closed state in order for an appliance to operate. Switches are connected to the live side of a circuit. Let's summarize. Electricity is brought into our workplace from the national grid system and arrives at the required voltage into a distribution board. From the dB, electricity is distributed to the various electrical circuits around the building. The circuit that we have been concentrating on is a plug circuit, so called because this routes electrical power to 220-volt user points or socket outlets. From a socket outlet, we are able to operate electrical power tools and other appliances in order to do work. There are 3 control devices, or switches, in an operating plug circuit. A switch is used to open or close a circuit. When a switch is in its on position, then that section of the circuit is closed. All 3 must be in their on positions for the circuit to be complete and for the tool or appliance to operate.